Hello everyone, welcome to my space. My name is Elizabeth. Today we are making Pompano fish stew and we will be eating this with Amala. So, this Pompano fish, I remember when I was in Nigeria, we say secondary school. In US, you say high school. We used to buy this fish from the food vendor in the school, and I just love the fried fish. I love those fish so much. And when I grew up, I never saw it again, but all of a sudden, I came across it in an Asian store, and ever since I've not gone back. And I promise you, if you make this fish, prepare it well when you have guests. You don't have to do meat all the time for your guests. You can always do a fish stew for them. And I promise you, they will love it and they will call for more. So right now, I added tomatoes, bell pepper, onions. Then I added habanero peppers. I added 1.5 because I don't want it to be too spicy. Just a little bit spice. So then I have this bell pepper, dehydrated bell pepper from Nigeria. It's called tatashe. So all I needed to do was just add it inside the hot water, and when it's soft, I add it to my peppers and blend everything together. Yeah, I'm used to cutting my onions this way. Don't do that at home. Just use your board to cut, but it doesn't always. I'm just using that chopping board. Sometimes it's like a long process for me, so I just cut my onions and let it go. But please use your chopping board at home. Thank you. So I'm ready to add this is my tatashe gbigbe. Yeah, because it's dehydrated, that is why it has the dark color. But I tell you, once you are done, oh my goodness, it's so good. It makes your stew thick. I don't like watery soups. I don't like it. Like we say in Yoruba, obe to shan. No like it. Yeah, that's just me. So I love my stew to be thick. And then that's it. So I give it a quick blend, and that's done. Then I will go right into cleaning my fish. Yeah, so I'm ready to clean my fish now. I'll just use the scissors to take out all the, what's it called? I don't know the English word for that, but I know you know what I'm saying. By looking, you know what I'm doing. And you just cut everything. This fish, the gut has not been removed, so I had to remove the gut myself. I know there are some stores, especially African stores, when you go there, they already do all that for you. They cut it and remove the gut. But I don't mind doing this, so that's okay. Yeah, this is the fish. It's a reasonable size, and boy, I love this fish. You can see how the skin is like glossy and all that. Well, I love Titus fish too, especially to use it in making fry sauce, or using it for excuse me, using it for, what's it called, making moi moi. Oh my goodness, God, that's the best thing I love Titus fish for. Using it to make moi moi. Oh my goodness, it's, I don't know, it just give you the kind of flavor that I love and I appreciate. I really enjoyed it. So I'll be cutting them now. Yeah, I think I cut the fish into 3 pieces. Then I remove the guts. You can clean it with either lemon or salt. So I chose to clean with salt because the salt is 2 in 1. As you are cleaning it with salt, you are also seasoning it at the same time, kind of. And you can do both. Some people do both. Sometimes I do both. But this time around, I just chose to just use the salt and that's it. Then there was one secret, something I did. Typically, I want to believe I won't say so because I don't know about other African countries, if they cook their stew that way. But oh my goodness, I'm so tired. I'm just yawning. Excuse me. I have restarted this what's it called, voiceover like 3 times. When I yawn, I cancel it again and start all over. But this time around, it's the call of nature. You there's nothing you can do about it. Everybody yawns, so I'm just going to keep it that way. I hope we all understand. Yeah, I'm adding my salt to the fish water now. Yes, adding some salt. I use the pink salt. Adding another salt to it. So this is the ewedu. The bowl in my front, on top of the sink with the red cover, that is my gbegiri. I brought it out of the freezer. So this is my ewedu that I'm preparing. I don't have any ewedu, so I'm trying to mix some. Oh my goodness, I think I need to rest. I'll keep yawning, but I have to finish this video today, so for this ewedu, I don't always add water to it. This is all I do. I just bring it out, I leave it for it to defrost a little, then after I let it defrost, I cut it off and put it in the pot, and I place it on the stove, and I put my stove on the lowest I wanted to say volume number, so I put it on 1, and at interval I just use my spoon to just switch it over, so that the warmness of the pot will melt it, and I believe the water that it generates from that frozen whatever is enough for the ewedu, because I don't like my ewedu to be watery. So that's the way I have always keep the first time I bought it, I added water. I didn't like it at all. So that is how I make my ewedu. Yeah, I'm done cleaning my fish now. So I will still put some salt, a little bit more. Don't worry, the salt is not too much, because I'll be frying this fish now. Because I fried the fish, and because I kind of fried the stew, I would have said I made umoyu. Yeah, you can see my ewedu there. So I'm cooking this stew with the soup with palm oil. So I use the palm oil that I'm going to use to cook the stew to fry the fish. So once my fish is done frying, I removed my fish and poured in my peppers that I blended. I think I lost the footage from this area, so I just let it go. And moreover, I didn't want this video to be too long, because it's already like 20 minutes, so I didn't want to add too much. So I just added the pepper into the oil, cover it and let it boil and cook very well. So when I was satisfied, I added my fish back into it so that they can do their marriage thing, like how can I put it, let the peppers go inside the fish, and the fish taste and everything be in the stew. Yeah, I know some people will be like, oh, the oil is too much. Trust me, if you like this kind of stew, if you don't have enough oil in it, it's gonna get burnt. So what you can do is, once you are done cooking, you just take away the oil and your stew can be oilless. That is the best way I feel we can do that. this stew was so good. Yeah, it needed a little bit of salt, so I added. Trust me, the salt is not too much. I don't take too much salt, but you need to add your salt to bring out the taste. Yes, almost ready. So at this point you see the oil on it, then you can just use your spoon to just take out the excess oil than having your stew start getting burnt because it didn't have enough oil to cook it or something. I prefer to go this route and later take out the oil, because when the soup is done and it has oil on it, oh, it looks beautiful. Either palm oil or groundnut oil, it just makes the soup looks beautiful. Yeah, you can see how I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it that way because I don't want my fish to, what is it called now, to get broken, so I had to. So I made amala. Wow, I made amala because it's begiri and ewedu, and that is my begiri. I've made abula. You can go watch my video on abula, then you will see how I made the abula and how I made the amala too. The green stuff on it is the ewedu. The video was getting too long, so I had to cut that part out. So this is my lovely Pompano fish. You can try it, you can fry it, you can grill it, and you can cook it fresh. Either way you will enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video or any video suggestion you have. Let me know. I hope you're able to enjoy, and please, when you give this fish a try, if you get it, try it and come back and let me know if you love it. Look at seafood or more. Thank you for watching. Bye.